I think I started playing when I was about 3 years old. And I think what it really was just seeing Tristan play. Being a little brother, wanting to do exactly what he was doing. And it looked like fun and had a good time, so I was just kind of chomping at the bit to get out there. And so I started pretty young, and I've never really took a break from playing. From there I played every year, I think, from once I started, because just once I got out there I realized just how fun it was and such a good time being with your friends and just having a good time. So yeah, it's been fun.
We grew up in a family that's just crazy about sports. Like it doesn't end at baseball. Where growing up we would play basketball, football, baseball. We'd watch it. We had all the video games, and being so close in age, Brennan and I, it was always somebody to do something with. So every day, we'd go to school, we'd do some homework, and then we'd be out on the street playing basketball. Just pick up basketball one-on-one, or we'd be playing football with the neighbors, or we'd be playing video games together. And so that competition was really just started at a young age, in everything we did. And it helped out that I was 2 years older, a little more physically mature, so I usually won at a lot of things. But Brennan would always go at it with everything he had, even if he wasn't winning a whole lot. So that was probably where a lot of that stuff started, was just out front, playing basketball on the street, playing wiffle ball, playing MVP baseball 2004, So from a young age, we were just always, everything we did, it was just like a little competition.
We were always on the opposite team as each other, so it was always, competitive nature. And for quite a few years, Tristan always had the upper hand on me, both in height and in skill. So it made things difficult. But I would just say he always had my back growing up, and he was never like the too cool older brother to hang out with his little brother. Even though we're somewhat close in age, sometimes you don't always want to have your little brother hanging around you. So I'm very appreciative of him, kind of always willing to hang out and do stuff with me and involve me in what he was doing with his friends and stuff like that. So I think from an early age for both of us, it was something that set us up to have a good relationship for the rest of our lives and growing up, and go both into high school and now into college. Growing up in Corona in Southern California, there's just so many colleges right around where I live. So even just for tournaments and stuff like that, there's some games or little camps or practices at colleges. So college was something for me that was I always knew about early on. But for Stanford specifically, my mom went to Stanford, and so she graduated in '84, I believe. And so we kind of knew that from her. And then I have a sister who's 10 years older than me. Her name's Megan, and she graduated here in 2010. And so I just remember Tristan and I was in 3rd grade, he was in 5th, and we came to help move her in her freshman year. And just stepping foot on campus, it was like, whoa, what is this place? And just, it was totally different than anything we'd seen before. So I think for both of us, that was kind of when we helped move my sister, and that was kind of where we decided this is where we want to be. And this was always the end goal and stuff like that. So going on from there, it was not even focused on baseball. It was just getting good enough grades and staying on top of it enough to have a chance to go here for us, for sure. So it's always been Stanford for Tristan and I.
For me, it was kind of just a benchmark almost, which is funny to say because it's just such an amazing place. It was just always the dream, and as I got through high school and as we started, kind of becoming people who maybe had a path to go to college for sports, Stanford was the only school I'd ever wanted to go to. And I still remember the day that I got a call saying, they were going to come out and take a look at me, and it just seemed to go just speed by. I felt like I flew through the process, and I knew that if I could be so lucky to get an offer that I would accept it just no matter what. So I talked to a couple other schools very briefly, but as soon as Stanford entered the conversation, it was really over. And I know it's probably the same with Brendan, just being the family school, just always having dreams of coming here and playing sports here. I know that once he got that opportunity a little later on, that it was over. This is the only place that he or I ever wanted to go to school. Having a brother on the team freshman year was easy for me to have someone, but just for everyone, I think it's very accurate to say that we are a brotherhood, and there's no one who thinks, just in difference of class or playing and stuff like that. And there's no one thinks that they're better than anyone else, and no one's willing to kind of put themselves above the team or someone individually. So I think
that when you have a collective group like that who all just have such a good mutual respect and appreciation for each other, but also thoroughly enjoy spending time with each other, it's something that when at practice and then into the games, when it all comes together like that, it's something special that you've seen the last 2 years where we've had such great seasons and such great teams where we're really truly having fun playing baseball, whether we win or lose. And it's a group of guys that you're willing to win or lose with and leave it all out on the field because you know that whatever happens, you're still going to have these brothers off the field. So that's something that is truly special, I think, for us.
Last year, being the first year that I didn't get to see Stanford play at all, unfortunately our seasons overlapped quite a bit and I was off on the road for the entirety of the season, so I didn't get to watch them play in person. But every Friday night I was locked in. I had my laptop set up, I was streaming the game. It was just great, man, getting to watch Brendan and the team. I have so many of those guys that are former teammates of mine as well. Just getting to see them go out and do something special last year, making the Super Regional, making it out to Mississippi State. It's been great, man. I text Brendan after almost every start. We talk a lot during the week just about his preparation, how he's feeling. Obviously, among other things, we talk, about family stuff, how school's going and everything like that, but we try to talk pitching at least a couple times a week, just checking in. He's figured out what works for him and he's been doing really well, having success, but we still talk about it. Everyone always wants to get a little better. I talk stuff over with him, he runs some stuff by me, and I think we're both better for it.